In this video, I'll share how MrBeast goes viral every time and you can too. Funny enough, he shared all of that information on Joe Rogan, Colin and Samir, Lex Friedman, Full Send Podcast and many more. Today we'll talk about what results you can expect with MrBeast knowledge after 6 months in terms of views and revenue, YouTube algorithm from the head of YouTube Discovery and Jimmy, how to make a viral video, what thumbnails and titles to use, editing, exact analytics to hit millions of views, the difference between long-form content and shorts and many more. If you are watching this, it means this works. We started the most important and we'll get to the most exciting by the end of the video.
I don't know how to say this where it doesn't sound arrogant, but like if you knew what I know about like how to make a good video and go viral, even if you had 0 subscribers, you could be making 100 grand a month in half a year.
Okay, that got me very curious. Let's do some math. If MrBeast CPM is $20 and that's what Google says, then $100,000 would be equal to 5 million views. So MrBeast says we can get 5 million views per month in 6 months if we knew what he knows. And listen to this.
You can study your way to consistently make viral videos, no matter how small your channel is, even if you have 0 subscribers. Basically, if you knew what I knew and some of these other friends I have, you could do it very easily. I see people do it all the time. Even more interesting is I go on podcasts and I say everything I know. It's all out there.
All of that information is available online. So I did find all of that information and here it is. Most important, mindset. Instead of asking how to get more views and followers, ask how to make the best video possible. He said it in every podcast. Don't focus on vanity metrics. Focus on making the best video possible.
Subscribers don't matter. Views don't matter. I mean, they do, but all that comes. Everything you want as a creator comes from making the best videos possible.
What does YouTube want? They want to keep people on the platform for as long as possible because that's how they earn money. And they want people to return. In order to do that, you have to make the best video possible so that people enjoy and want to see videos again. Views and followers will come if you make the best video possible.
When people come to me with algorithm questions, they're like, what time should I upload for the algorithm? Or like, how often should I upload for the algorithm? I encourage them to replace the word algorithm in their question with audience.
Literally anytime you use the word algorithm, just replace it with audience.
If you say the algorithm hates you, that's not necessarily true. If people don't want to watch your videos, it will not be promoted. Don't think how to please the algorithm to promote yourself. Think how to please people with your videos so that they want to watch it. Start thinking what kind of videos people want to watch, and I'll say it a million times, make the best video possible. If your videos are clickable, people watch 70% of your video, and we'll talk about this later, and return to watch new videos, you will blow up. Let's listen to what the head of YouTube Discovery has to say about your videos being discovered.
There's a lot of complexity behind the algorithm. It's kind of 2 key parts that we focus on. One of them being personalization. The other part is performance. First thing that a lot of creators kind of get wrong, they think about, okay, I'm going to upload a video to YouTube, and then YouTube's going to look at my video and it's going to send it out. Those recommendations get calculated in real time when somebody opens up the app and hits one of those pages. We got to figure out what is the best video to show this person in less than a second.
If simply, this is what Todd says about video discovery. It's based on personalization and performance. Personalization is what YouTube understands about each viewer. It's based on their history of videos, interests, and so on. Performance is how is particular video is performing. Once again, if video is good, people watch it long and enjoy it. And the head of Discovery said it himself. They are trying to serve the best video possible.
Is the best video to show.
This is why mindset of creating the best video possible is extremely important.
That's a tip for you guys, but also you guys watching. Ask, how can I make my videos better? Do that every single day for years, and then you'll probably get views.
Now that we have the boring part covered, let's talk about number 4, how to make a viral video. It all starts with an idea. You need to create a video that millions or tens of millions of people would want to watch. How to do it right?
The video with 30 million views usually didn't put in 30 times the effort. They might have put in 2 or 3 times the effort and just had a way better idea. The idea is so freaking important. You could pull triple the views with half the work if you just had a better idea. Like no joke, it's that extreme.
For ideas, take a dictionary, pick a random word and see what comes up. Think of what people want to watch and give them what they want. Use Google Trends, see what's popular. Find a way to find what people want. Your video has to get straight to the point from the very beginning.
The thing people undervalue the most is literally the first 10 seconds of the video.
First 10 seconds are very important. Give everything you need, no wasted words. Short and concise. The first minute is about introduction, as if it was a trailer for the video.
If there's ever a moment where I'm even slightly bored, I'm like, cut it. And if there's something where I'm not just like, wow, you know, like the whole time, then don't upload it.
Think as if you were a viewer. You need to have a lot of cuts and angles to improve retention rate. Retention means how long a typical YouTube viewer watches your video. Again, otherwise it gets boring. For longer videos, to keep people engaged, you have to introduce a side story.
It's very hard with a single storyline to just have that one thing grip their entire attention throughout the whole video and pay off at the end. So typically, if you're doing a longer video, you should introduce like a side story, and you should have some plan halfway through, like to re-engage them so they don't just get bored.
You don't have to try as hard in the back end of the video as you have to in the front end. The longer the person is watching, the more likely they are to keep watching. Hook them in the beginning. If you want to introduce something, do it in action so that people don't skip. It has to be engaging. Make sure to know that if you send people to your website to buy something, it hurts retention and it might be shown to less people. Thumbnails and titles. Both thumbnails and titles should be intriguing and let people know what the video is about. Thumbnails should have no wasted space. Simple. Think about phone users. Have big objects, face, text, nothing distracting in the background, potentially blur the background. Put a face in the thumbnail, it grabs attention. Important stuff should be on the foreground and in focus. Make thumbnails with consistency so that people easily notice when it's you. Similar editing, face, text, and so on. Make a thumbnail so that people can describe it in one short sentence, so that it's intuitive and people don't have to think. For title, make it personal. MrBeast said for some reason makes it better. I explored instead of exploring. I found, I did, I created. It makes it much more believable. Title should be under 50 characters, because otherwise the text is not fully seen and people can't even know what the video is about.
If you were to just talk to a camera for 5 seconds in a video and it not cut, it does get really bland. So usually like you want to have like a B cam and a C cam. It's like if I talk to this camera and mid-sentence you cut to that, and then before I finish you cut back to the middle one, it's infinitely more entertaining than if you just keep it on the middle one.
In MrBeast videos, something happens every second. Either it's an angle, text, editing trick, or something else. It constantly changes. Text is animated in different ways. Some text appears without effects, some is bouncy, third one acts the meaning. It's constantly changing. Transitions between videos are different. It might be a swoosh, a zoom in, a glitch effect. It's oftentimes different. But I noticed that MrBeast likes to use directional blur in his transitions. It's this blurry effect. Now to one of the most exciting parts of my findings. How many cuts? On shorts, the average is 1 second. For example, this video duration is 47 seconds, but it has 49 cuts, or 54 seconds and 45 cuts. Long form averaged at 1.33 seconds between cuts. For example, this video had 359 cuts with 480 seconds. This comes back to one of the points he made.
5 seconds in a video and it not cut, it does get really bland.
Cut every couple of seconds. But it's not a couple of seconds, it's every second. Another point he made is that you have to try more in the front end of the video than in the back, which is why he has lesser cuts closer to the end of the video. In this long form video, he had 66 cuts in the first minute, while in the last minute he only had 23 cuts. Can you see the difference?
And also you have to put yourself in shoes of different demographics. If I was a guy that loves playing Minecraft and I'm like 15, watch with that mindset and I'll be like, yeah, this part would be boring, this joke sucks. Now let me watch from the standpoint of a 30-year-old mom watching with their kid, and they'll be like, oh, I won't understand this part. Brain shift around your demographic too, make sure it fits all of them.
And make the necessary adjustments. These are the exact analytics you need to hit to get millions of views.
He showed me this graph at the time, and it was essentially like a y-axis and x-axis, and he had all his videos dotted on this graph, and there was a correlation between all the videos based on the CTR and the AVD of the video. And he's like, I did all this research, I've done it for multiple channels. If I can get in this CTR plus this AVD, videos get over 10 million views.
I hope this changes the way you think. It's all calculatable. MrBeast mentioned many times about 70% retention rate. If retention rate is lower than 70, then you did something wrong.
If he doesn't get 70% retention on a video, then he didn't do something right.
CTR, which stands for click-through rate, for explosive growth should be around 20%. Both CTR and retention rate should be as high as possible. If 20 people out of 100 click on your video, watch 7 out of 10 minutes, the video will certainly blow up. I will repeat once again, it's all calculatable. The question would be how to increase these metrics. Check your analytics. It sounds harder than it actually is. Go to analytics, check where people click off and watch a bit before and after. It will be very intuitive what went wrong. And you can also see where you did great and do it again next time. Let's take a look at this video here exactly. I rumbled too much in the beginning and people clicked off. The ones that stayed kept on watching, because the video was very dynamic in the second half. I noticed that while editing, but I didn't do anything. That's the price I paid for the video that could get millions of views. The difference between shorts and long form content. MrBeast sometimes introduces many stories in his videos. His shorts are the same as long form, but there's just one story instead of 10. Everything about this video is similar. Editing, pacing, ideas. You can use shorts as trailers for your video. Create new ideas and go viral. There's no limit to the use. MrBeast tips. To get more views,
You shouldn't study the algorithm, you should just study what the people want to watch. That's really it.
MrBeast uploads on Saturdays. More people can watch the videos because they didn't work or study on weekends. Thumbnails and titles set expectations. You want to assure that these expectations are met.
Make 100 videos and just improve one thing with each video.
Assure people that what they clicked on is what they get, but then they're going to get more. That's how you lower drop-off.
You really just have to make sure when people click your videos, they love it. That's why we're able to get so many views, because we've consistently put out, obviously I'm biased, but great videos over a long term where people are just conditioned to see a MrBeast video, and every time they're not let down, so they keep doing it. Where a lot of people fall off, they break that trust by having one bad video, and then like, oh, every other video is kind of eh. When your video is recommended to it leaves it up in the air. They're like, well, is this one of those ones where it's kind of shit, or is it one of the ones where we put in effort? I don't know. But this guy always makes great videos. I'll just watch them instead.
Have a good payoff in the end of the video. Who wins $10,000? Create videos so intriguing so that people would think they cannot go to sleep before they watch the video. Something very extreme. If people liked your previous video, they are more likely to watch your new video. Titles and thumbnails should represent the length of the video. What to pay attention to? CTR, AVD, and enjoyment. Enjoyment is something you cannot track, but you can see that if people watch your video 70% on average, they like it.
On average, 1 million people click a video, it's 10 minutes, and they only watched it for 2. Why would
Yeah,
you serve
for
that
sure.
video over a different one where on average they watched it for 8 minutes? Clearly they enjoyed that 8-minute one way more.
The more extreme the opinion, the higher the CTR, but you have to deliver it in the content. Example, Fiji water sucks will do fine, but Fiji water is the worst water bottle I've ever drunk in my life would do way better, but you have to deliver. You compete with different people when you upload different length videos. If people watch 5-minute videos, they will not be recommended 40-minute videos, otherwise they would close the app. You can do half the effort and get triple the views if you have a good idea. If you want more tips and recommendations from MrBeast, and there are plenty more, let me know in the comments. Subscribe.